Shalom, shalom. First one, give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Most High. Yahweh Shai is the name of the Son of the Most High. The true names of the Most High and His Son. Also want to salute the fellow laborers in His truth, the men at Great Millstone, to the starting with the other apostles, on down to the teachers, to the watchmen, to the prophets, etc. Where I have a couple of precepts concerning how we don't know our end, right? We don't, we're not truly certain of our end. We hope, for salvation. We hope to receive the victory, right? We believe, right? We have the faith, but we don't really know our end, right? Because man truly don't have power over whether he gets salvation or not. Only the Lord can, provide man salvation. Only the Lord can, confirm you for salvation, man. And the men, for the men out there who truly say that they are numbered or part of the elect, hey, that's a form of somebody, man. I'm not gonna say all of the men, because there's prophets out there who are certain, but as of now, we are not certain of our salvation. That's why we work our own salvation with fear and trembling. We hope, man. Right? Don't get prideful and don't get puffed up to the point where you think you know certain things, you have certain knowledge. Don't think you're truly destined for salvation, man. It's not certain, but we hope for it. That's why we call ourselves the hopeful elect. I got a couple of precepts I want to go into, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. Let's get the book of Psalms real quick, chapter 3. Verse 8, it says, salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessings upon thy people. Salah. Right, so salvation belongeth unto the Lord. The Lord choose who gets salvation or damnation. Right? Because the Lord is omnipotent, if you will. Meaning all powerful. Right? He has all power and authority over this entire existence and this entire reality, if you will. So I got a couple of notes I want to go into, and Lord willing, this video is edifying. Let's get John chapter 6 verse 44. St. John chapter 6 verse 44. It says, no man can come to me except the Father which have sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day. So the Lord have choose who receive this knowledge, receive this truth, who believe in this truth. Because ultimately, if you believe in this thing, in this truth, and you is in the faith, you were ordained to come to this faith. So hey, this is not, you don't really have the power to even enter into this truth. You don't even have the power to even receive the key of knowledge, if you will. The Lord chooseth who receive the knowledge, the key of knowledge. Which, when I say the key of knowledge, I'm talking about this truth, sound doctrine. Right, the knowledge of Yahweh Shai. Right, but let's get Matthew chapter 25 verse 34. Matthew chapter 25 verse 34. It says, Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Right, so ultimately the elect, which means chosen, the elect means chosen. The elect were ordained, preordained, if you will, to receive the kingdom of Yasha Allah. Right, so it's the Lord that give the invitation to man to enter into the kingdom of Yasha Allah. It's the Lord that allow man to receive the kingdom, right? Because in the ancient days, the king chooses. Just using an example, in the ancient days, the king chooseth who enters into the kingdom, who could start a business into the kingdom, or in the old kingdoms, if you will. The Lord used to choose. I mean, the kings used to choose in the ancient days, man. Right? No man have power or authority to get entrance, man. To get allowance, if you will, to be allowed to enter, if you will. That's why I said it speaks about we're prisoners of hope. It speaks about prisoners of hope. We're bound by hope, man. That's all we got. Right? If a man, abandon his hope, he don't got nothing. So we're bound by hope. All we can do is hope for that which we see not. Right? For why man hope for that which he see? For that which he already got. We don't know if we got it. We don't see it yet, but we hope for it. Right? That's why it speaks about faith. In fact, let's get a precept concerning faith. Salaki, bear with me. This ain't Ephesians real quick. Hebrews, probably. The book of Hebrews. Hebrews chapter 11. Verse 1, it says, Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right, so you have evidence, if you will. When you have faith, man, you have, evidence that is not seen, man. You feel it, But continue on with the focus of this lesson, if you will. Let's get the book of Matthew chapter 20, verse 14. Matthew chapter 20, verse 14. Says, matter of fact, verse 15. It says, Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own? Right, so ultimately, the kingdom of Yasha Allah, right, is the kingdom of Yahweh Shai. Right? The Lord has been given all power and authority in heaven and earth, man. Good. Right, so ultimately it's the Lord that's gonna provide that entrance, right, for men to enter, or for the elect to enter. the kingdom of Yasha Allah, right? Which we gonna go into that more, Lord willing. Continue on with the script. It says, "Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own?" Right. So in the kingdom of Yasha Allah, who the world, which the world calls the kingdom of heaven, right? Ultimately, the kingdom of Yahweh, the kingdom of Yasha Allah is the kingdom of Yahweh Shai, man. That's Yahweh Shai's kingdom, man. Yahweh Shai, he's the heir, right? The son of the living power, man. Son of the Most High. Yahweh Shai is the son of Yahweh, man. Right? Which when you go into the parables, it tell you that, Yahweh Shai, went to receive his kingdom. In fact, let's get Matthew chapter 20, verse 1. It says, "For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder." Right? Which when you go into the word householder, it means master of the house. And that's Matthew chapter 20, verse 1. But going to the meaning of the master of the house, meaning the master of the house have all authority over the house, man. All power over the house. If you want to enter into a house, you gotta get permission, man, from the master of the house. But continue on, it says, "Which went out early in the morning to hire laborers in his vineyard." Right, going back to verse 15, it says, "Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with my own? Is thine eye evil because I am good?" Right, that's verse 15. Let's get Revelation chapter 3, verse 7. Revelation chapter 3, verse 7, it says, "And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these things saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth, and no man shutteth, and shutteth, and no man openeth." Right, Salakia. Damn. Right, Salakia. Some came up. Mama continue recording. Going to Revelation chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "And to the angel of the church in Philadelphia write, these things saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth." Right, so ultimately, which when you go into the word key, the key symbolizes having power and authority over various things. Right, you'll find the word key, in certain places in the New Testament. Right, but in this case, it's concerning having power and authority. Right, so let's read it again. It says, "He that is true, he that have the key of David," which who have the key of David? Yahweh Shai have the key of David. Right, it says, "He that openeth and no man shutteth, and shutteth and no man openeth." Matter of fact, let's get the next scripture. It says, "I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door." What that open door means? What the salvation, man. The entrance, if you will, the entry, to be allowed entry into the kingdom, man. That's what that open door symbolizes. If the Lord gave you the Lord chose you, man, you're gonna enter into the kingdom of heaven. No man can enter into the kingdom, or the kingdom of Yasha Allah, if you will. But no man can enter into the kingdom of Yasha Allah, by his say so, if you will. No, it gotta be, according to the Lord's will. If you want to enter into the kingdom of Yasha Allah, right, the Lord have to allow you or choose you to enter into the kingdom of Yasha Allah, salvation, if you will, to receive salvation. You know, right? It says, verse 8, it says, I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. Meaning, no man can hinder your salvation. No man can stop you from getting the kingdom if you were already chosen to receive it. If you are already chosen to enter into the kingdom. That's why the elect are going to overcome or defeat the evil one, if you will. The evil one. And going to overcome this world. You know? Right? We ain't going to let, Lord willing, I'm part of the elect, but, the elect is not going to let anybody take the crown, man. It says, for thou hast little strength, and has kept my word, and has not denied my name. Right? So, if you the elect, man, that, that door of salvation is open unto you, man. And you're going to enter. But if you, not part of the elect, and that door is shut. And it's the Lord that, can open the door of salvation. If he chooses. Talking in general, if you will. Let's get let's get Isaiah real quick. Isaiah chapter 22, verse 21. Verse 21. It says, and the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulder. Now, who's that talking about? It's talking about Yahweh Shai. Verse 22 is talking about Yahweh Shai. Isaiah chapter 22, verse 22 is talking about Yahweh Shai, man. Let's get verse 21. Isaiah chapter 22, verse 21, it says, and I will clothe him with thy robe, and strengthen him with thy girdle, and I will commit thy government into his hand, and he shall be a father to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and to the house of Judah. Verse 22, it says, and the key of David, and the key of the house of David will I lay upon his shoulder. So he shall open, and none shall shut. And he shall shut, and none shall open. And that's a prophecy, man, concerning Yahweh Shai. Right? Because ultimately Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai chooseth who is the elect. Right? Only Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai can choose, who the elect are. And who the elect will be. Which the elect are already chosen, man. Right? They walk among you. Some of the elect are asleep. Some of the elect, are probably in the grave and will be resurrected in the last days. Some of the elect are still living, still walking among you. And prophesying, man. It says, so he shall open, and none shall shut. And he shall shut, and none shall open. Which, let's go into that word open real quick. Now, let's go into the word open. Let's go to Revelation real quick and go into the word open in that scripture. Revelation chapter 3, verse 7. And to the angels, it says, and to the angel of the church in Philadelphia, write, these things saith he that is holy, he that is true, he that hath the key of David, he that openeth, and no man shutteth, and shutteth, and no man openeth. All right, let's go into the word openeth. It's not going to really say no right here. Probably in the next scripture real quick. Yeah, let's get into the next scripture. Let's get verse 9. Verse 8, Salaki says, I know thy works. Revelation chapter